Hello there. This is another NGS recap again. This time around, we have a PSC bar going down from our New Year NGS headline. Uh, I don't really know why. I think it's a technical issue, and we had to wait for 2 minutes for the stream to restart again, which is pretty awkward, but I guess that happens. Anyways, after that, well, we have the same thing again, the review of the Dark Files Aegis boss, and of course the very sick BGM, alongside with the Neos Estrian weapons actually being confirmed that it will actually drop from this UQ as well. And of course, you can also see there are other allies from both Alio, Retem, and also Stia and Quarries as well. They all appear in this urgent quest apparently against the Dark Files. Let's just see how challenging it would be. It looks pretty cool though, not gonna lie. After that, we also get the Niji Sanji collab content that is actually being shown like earlier already, I guess. So that's why it's not really surprising for me. But hey, at least there are some events around the world that is actually, you know, part of this collab event instead of like the whole previous Hollow Life event, which is pretty really simple, really. This time around, we also have like much better AC scratches, I guess. Let's just say the AC scratches are pretty decent overall, and after that, of course, we have the review event of like the 24-person limited quest. This event is pretty interesting. It's basically the trial for you defending the truck, but this time around there are bosses which will appear as megalothics in this. Even the Ragras, I guess, it also appears as a megalothics as well, which is very interesting. And it apparently drops El Domina and Stia Domina, which is pretty cool. And of course, it also drops the Neos Justitian series, which is another Egg Star series. This is also very similar to the Neos Austrian series, that it actually can multi-weapon enable for it, and it also have a light element. You can trade this one, but not the Neos Estrian series, which is pretty weird, I guess. But it was explained in the certain slide, I guess, that Hiro actually showed us. So the general gist is that the Neos Estrian series, if you want to get a fixed version of it, you need to hunt it for yourself and pray for the RNG so that you can actually get one, because it's literally untradeable unless you want the main weaker Neos Justitian series, I guess. That is probably going to be very easy for you to find the fixer on it. I'm not sure if you can transfer the fixer from that weapon to the Neos Astrian, but who knows, right? Let's just see what happens. But other than that, we also get like the new Ox records. Yeah, same thing again. He was going to update. Like, I think it's actually a routine now that we can predict that they're going to update the Ox records will be updated every time, and we will change their races every time, I guess, so that we can mix things up as a new content. It's still not much, really, to be honest. Other than that, we can also get some cool stuff from from the collab event as well. Apparently, you can get a title that can net you the music disc of their songs or something in the game, which is, I guess, is pretty cool. But yeah, something like that, I guess. Also, the Neos Estrian series, you can also exchange that into Aegis Integra, so that you can, exchange into other stuff in the exchange shop if you, like, for example, get the wrong weapon or something. But yeah, it's something like that, I suppose. Apparently, the Neos Resistance series will be also obtainable in the future events. So I guess this weapon is probably going to be staying for a pretty long time. But that also means that your 7 stars and 8 stars are probably fine, and they are going to age very well. Even your rugged series, I guess. After that, we also get the new 24-player limited time quest part 2, which is, well, just another truck defense again in Quarry's region this time around. I don't really see if there's anything different, except if you can use the environmental items to help you, which is probably much well warranted because the bosses probably are very tanky. Of course, after that, you get the SG scratch that everybody is would love about. very decent, stuff like that. The final AC scratch in the next month is also pretty neat, as in because this has Type 1 and Type 2 cast parts, and the Type 2 is really fire. Like, I I guess it's going to be similar as the previous Type 2 cast AC parts, where their costs are probably very high because it looks pretty robotic and there's like the turret mounted on the arms or something. Yeah, it's going to be pretty pricey, I think. But let's just see, I guess. Of course, after that, we also get the trigger versions of all the urgent quests, whatever. I'm not sure. And of course, they managed to sneak in the whole creative space, which is pretty cool, to be honest. You can make things as small as a dollhouse, up until like as gigantic as I don't know, a huge house. Not sure why they allow that, but I guess if you wanted to roleplay something like a giant robots living quarters, I guess you can probably do it in NGS now. Not to mention you can actually create blocks that can float in the air, just like Minecraft, I guess. Yeah, and you can create some very unique things like spelling the letter NGS here, and also creating some pixel arts like in Minecraft. Oh yeah, guys, we are literally Minecraft now in NGS. Very cool. Of course, with this kind of flexibility, you can expect our players will be able to create like crazy houses or something like that. Also, there is also this very strange self-cloning method where it actually captures your character's current fashion or something, and your current character's idle pose or maybe emotes. I'm not sure if they can capture emotes or not, but they will probably become like a clone. The clone will probably become like an NPC that will actually exist in your personal space, creative space, I guess. And it's pretty neat idea, to be honest, because that means you can, if you are a fashion person, you can probably display the whole street in your creative space like full of your previous fashion items, I guess, so that you can actually go back to your creative space to refer as fashion that you previously has tried before but you forgot to save them or something. Yeah, you probably use the creative space as a record, I guess. After that, we have the random questions that are being asked. Operation reports, they are pretty decent, but yeah, it's pretty much a safe questions, to be honest. At least they actually acknowledge that we have an option to turn on the high-res graphics for other players as well. But that is going to be exclusively for the PC, and it's going to lag if your PC specs is not up to snuff, I guess. But that's it. And yeah, nothing much here except for the Ultra PSO2 event triple burst. It's going to start like literally after the maintenance ended, and yeah, I guess that's all. Unfortunately, there is no new information about the Gunblade class, and there's no information literally on our next month, which is March. So I guess that leads into our speculation again. At least they showed us that creative space, and to be honest, that is really good. Uh, if they are actually still working on the creative space, it will be pretty amazing at the end of it. So yeah, let's hope for more content in the future for NGS, and this is my NGS headline recap for today. If you like my content and you like to support me, well, you can just leave a like and subscribe. It's definitely going to help me a lot. Thank you very much. That's all. Sayonara.